to KICR Indie Country Radio, the #1 indie country radio station in the world, according to Google.
Ian Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I've got some great radio interviews tonight. You get to hear the story behind the next 3 songs with my good friend Robert Larrabee. How are you tonight, my friend?
Very good, thank you.
I am too. Thanks for doing the program tonight. I've been looking forward to this. Been playing your music for a little while, and now we get to hear the stories behind 3 of your great songs.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're up there in Canada, and you've been performing in the dinner show circuit for quite some time, and we got those here in Branson, too. I've been to several of them. Nothing better than food and music together.
That's true, and a couple of cocktails usually gets everybody in
right.
the mood as well.
That'll do it. Yep, absolutely. And so that's kind of how you honed your craft over the years, is doing these signature tribute productions. And it was called An Evening with the Legends. Do you still do that?
No, I took this year off just to write music and to write the new show.
Okay.
And the new show will be primarily my own music, and then of course I'll sing a few covers as well.
Right.
But it'll still be very much a audience interactive show. I always sprinkle in a little bit of audience banter and interaction, and tell a few stories, tell a few jokes, sing a few songs.
Awesome.
That kind of thing.
Oh man, you got to come to Branson. That's exactly what they do here too. You'd be perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm old school entertainer for sure.
That'd be awesome. Now, who are some of the legends that you pay tribute to in your shows?
Well, I would start out with the Rat Pack. It's a great icebreaker, Dino and Sinatra and Bobby Darin and those cats. And then I'd go out in the audience as Dean Martin, and I'd do my Dean Martin roast and find all my famous people in the audience.
Wow.
You know, and it's funny. One year I went back to a place a year later, and the guy was still being called by his new name, you know. So
yeah.
It was kind of funny, and that usually kind of breaks the ice a bit. And Dino had some great jokes. Those Rat Pack.
Oh man, I grew up watching the Dean Martin show, and everybody loves somebody sometime, and him sliding down the pole and everything. That was awesome.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm showing my age a little bit, aren't I?
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I really had to start to shift gears if I wanted to continue performing live, is because most of my sweeties, you know, my little girls I'm going to old folks' homes and senior facilities now to perform for them, and a lot of them are gone, eh? So, you know, so it's like I'm 62, so I got to start performing for people that are 52.
Right.
So, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you're just a couple of years younger than me, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. You say on your website today, Robert's focus is firmly on what he's always been at his core, and that's an original artist. You've got 3 great original songs that I'm going to play tonight. So tell us about that. You know, when have you been a songwriter for quite a while of your 62 years of life, or what?
Well, I did my first album. It was a cassette in those days. It was just shortly after 8 tracks. And I would have been probably early 20s then, and then I got into the tribute business through doing dinner theater and that kind of stuff. And then an agent came up from a show one night in a play I was in and said, "Hey, you can sing. You should do this." So anyway, that's how it all kind of got rolling, and so you know, it just went from there, and and then I did that for quite a while, and then I started writing again about 20 years ago, and ended up doing 3 more albums, Nashville albums. Actually, down in Franklin, I did one, and I did one in Nashville, and then I did one long distance from here to Nashville through the internet, because when I first started out, you know, the office had a Rolodex and a typewriter, and now it's got a computer, and you're on the internet. So
you've been at it a while too.
Yeah, you don't have to jump on a plane and go anywhere anymore, you know.
Man, isn't that a beautiful thing? I tell this story about a duet that was put together. The guy was in Reykjavik, Iceland, and the lady that did her part was in Texas. They didn't leave their houses, and they put that thing together and produced it over the internet, just like you're talking about.
Yeah, it still blows my mind what we can do. And now with all this AI stuff, and it's just, you know, I crazy.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, the music, though, is what resonates with people and the stories that you can tell. And you tell the stories in other genres, too. You've got some country Americana, and then you write about love and grit and faith. It says second chances, all that kind of thing. Life lessons. Man, there's nothing better than all that.
Yeah, I've been doing some gospel, too. I'm right in the middle of a gospel song called Prince of Peace, and then I did one recently called Let Me Stay, which is basically was a prayer I was praying that I turned into a song.
Wow. I have a director of new artist promotions. Her name is Princess Peace, and she's from up there in Delhi, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, okay. Back east, yeah?
Yep. So, you'll have to check her out. She's fantastic, too. I play her music from time to time, and she loves to promote other artists, and she's been helping me find a few. And so it's a win-win, you know. And I told her, I said, you know, if somebody scrolls across your feed that you think would be great for this radio program, and I could play their music and maybe interview them on the radio, then, definitely send them my way. I'm not even sure how you found me. We've known each other for quite a while in your music, but I'm sure glad you did.
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook, there you go. My face is on there a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like your station.
Well, thank you so much. The world likes it too, because here just recently, I didn't know this, but I just Googled. I thought I would Google what is the number one indie country radio station in the world, and it shows up as KICR now out of Branson. So.
Isn't that amazing? Well, good for you.
Yeah, we're number one on Google and Bing, both of those big search engines. But I'll tell you what, it's been a fun ride in the last 14 years of doing this program, because it's all, to me, about the people you meet along the journey. And that's why radio people want to do what they do. And that's me, too.
Exactly.
Yep.
You got to be a people person.
Mm-hmm. And you do in the shows, too. You know, like you said, you're doing a wonderful thing performing in front of the seniors. My other gig, I actually work closely with the seniors, too. So I love that. And I'm soon going to be one of them. I really am right now. But me and you both, right?
It happens fast.
It does. It happens fast. And
I don't know where the...
as the time goes on, though, and you've probably realized this, you have become a better vocalist, a better songwriter, and all of that, doing what you do for as long as you've done it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, practice makes perfect, right?
And you can give whoever's listening a quality product, and that's what I like to play. We call the station, our tagline is New Country's Best. You got that going on.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. So tell us now, let's take a real trip back in time. At what point did you get interested in music, and was it always country music or something else? And how did you end up in doing country music?
Oh, that's an interesting story. Well, when I was a kid, my parents separated when I was about 3. Mm-hmm. And my dad fought very hard to get me, but in those days, you know, the dad didn't get the son, usually the mom did. So my mom was a single waitress, and so we were always doing that geographical change, you know, 6 months here, 6 months there. So hence I love being on the road, moving around, even to this day. And all we had to listen to back then, of course, was the radio. So we were poor. Mom was making $1.75 an hour, and we were living on tips, right? Mm-hmm. And I was mowing lawns or doing whatever I could. And you listened to the radio. That's what you did. And I heard Elvis Presley on the radio. I heard Roy Orbison on the radio. I heard Conway Twitty. You know,
hello, darling.
And hello, darling. And I just loved it. And Johnny Cash and everything, you know. And that was my little thing. Nobody knew I sang till I was about 20, 21. But I would. We lived in a lot of backwater little towns and stuff. And I remember we were living in Athelmere, it was called in those days. It's part of Invermere now, and we were living in a motel down by the sloughs. And you know, during the day, I was always a bit of a loner because I was always the new kid in town. I never had a posse. I didn't know a lot of people, and so I would kind of stay unto myself. And I would go out and sing with the, you know, in the backwater there with the bulrushes and the frogs and all that. Uh-huh. And I'd be about, at that time, I guess 9 or 10, and I would be belting out Elvis Presley songs and Johnny Cash songs, and I just had a natural way of singing kind of in their style. I could emulate them. I wasn't doing it on purpose. It's just they were teaching me to sing, kind of a thing.
Right.
And then later in life, lo and behold, and it's funny because I had the dream then. I remember thinking one day I'm going to be rich, and one day I'm going to be a singer, and I'm just like Elvis, because I really liked his story, because he was this poor kid from Tupelo, and I could totally relate to his story. Yep. And then he made it, so that was my dream. And then by 21, I was doing it. I was in a business, so it was something.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome. You've got that jet black hair just like Elvis had back in the day too, man. I'm looking at your website. You look good in a black and white picture, brother.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depends on what color's on the can of paint there or whatever that I use.
Right.
Oh, hair dye.
Hey. That's all right, man. It's looking good. And at least you have hair. I lost all mine.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm blessed to have just a thick head of hair. My dad didn't. My uncles didn't. Dad used to call my uncle Red Chrome Dome, and all that stuff. Yep. And somehow or another, I got a paintbrush for hair. So
yeah, that's awesome. Now, we lost Elvis back in 1977. I was 15. You were probably about 13, and I heard that on the radio the day that they announced that Elvis Presley had passed away. What an iconic person he was, and what a big loss. And unfortunately, since then, and as we get older, we have lost a lot of people in music, country music, and pop, and all of that. Prince died at a pretty young age. Michael Jackson. Some of these, Hank Williams Sr. back in the day was only 29, and all the songs that he wrote at that young of an age. We have a short time to make a big impact in this world, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my philosophy is, if I can just share my art and see some light in somebody's eyes over it, somehow it affects them in a positive way. Mm-hmm. That's really what it's all about, because it affects me that way. It's almost, music for me is like spiritual communication with other people. That's how it feels. Because when you're in a room and the lights are low and the vibe is right and those people are on board with you, you share this special moment that becomes a special memory in every one of their lives. Right. So it really is a gift, is how I look at it. My old age. Yep. Now that I can wax philosophically in my old age, right?
Right. And your show being called An Evening with the Legends, man, can you believe it that people like that at that young of an age became legends, and were still longer than they've been gone longer than they were alive now, that we're still talking about them and their music is still resonating with folks. That's just wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I mean, Elvis really was only performing for about 20 years, right?
Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah, he was in the army and all of that kind of stuff, and did that, and then of course he did a lot of movies and stuff like that too. But performing in front of folks, and with Colonel William Parker. I watched that movie Elvis that Austin Butler did a great job in portraying him. Colonel William Parker couldn't leave the United States, and that's why Elvis really never got to go overseas, with having him as his promoter and the manager and all of that.
That's right.
He did Hawaii, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, well, I think the Colonel was an illegal immigrant, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was, and some wild stories, with Sun Records, the groups there that performed, B.B. King and a lot of those other folks were huge influences on Elvis that I didn't know about until I watched that movie.
Yeah, absolutely, and the Stamps Quartet, his low voice singer there. Mm-hmm. He used to go see them when he was a kid in church, and they'd let him in. J.D. Sumner talked about that, how he would let him in the side door on the back of the church, stage left or stage right or whatever, and Elvis would stand off in the wings and watch them perform. And he was heavily influenced by that. And for him, his dream was to work with J.D. Sumner, and it ended up J.D. Sumner was working for him.
Yep, absolutely. And you see that in a lot of the shows that you do, no doubt, how these songs still resonate with those folks, whether they be seniors or young people, and these young people know who Elvis was. They know Patsy Cline, the young ladies that I talk to, she is such a big influence on them, and she's been gone for a long, long time too. It's just wild how music can do that for folks.
I remember the Patsy Cline cassette had a green backdrop, and she was wearing that yellow dress.
Yep.
And I think that was a compilation of all her hits. I remember that so vaguely, or not vaguely, so well.
Mm-hmm.
And because my dad used to have this look like a tackle box, and you'd open it up, it'd be full of cassettes, right? Remember those days?
Right.
And I even remember 8 tracks, for heaven's sakes. But yeah, I remember hearing Patsy Cline sing "Crazy," "Walking After Midnight," all them songs, and I just thought, wow, that's amazing music. Just and the soulfulness in her voice, and just the way she hit notes, and she was incredible. Really.
I still play her on my classic country radio station that plays on my website 24/7. You got to click on that one of these days, and that's what I listen to when I'm driving up and down the road. Is that because that's what everybody loves to go back and relive those memories, and that's what music can do too. It brings back a happy time, a sad time, whatever is currently going on in your life or was at that time. It just it does that, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the era of emotional content.
Mm-hmm.
Like people were singing from their hearts.
Yep.
And it was about everyday topics that people could relate to.
Absolutely. My first 2 8-tracks were Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams, and Fleetwood Mac Rumors. The on 8-track in my car.
I had that Fleetwood Mac one.
Yep. And I've said this too. Christine McVie, some of the members of the band aren't there anymore, she's passed away, but, and Stevie Nicks has done quite well in a solo career, but it's still neat to see them going. And, iconic people like Paul McCartney in his 80s still performing. The Rolling Stones, I think they've done 23 albums. They just come out with a new one here not too long ago. They were on the Today Show here in the United States not too long ago. It's just crazy how long their careers have lasted too.
I know. I watched Mick Jagger. I think it was a couple of years ago. He had some kind of a health issue. I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he went through that, and then he was right back in his studio, dancing and warming up and doing all of that.
Yep.
And then he just went, got back in shape, got right back on stage. And I'm like, he just inspires me. It's like, wow, he can do that. I'm going to jump around a little bit here, go for a walk, or do some stretches or something.
I see all these memes about Keith Richards teaching Willie Nelson how to play guitar, and Willie Nelson's 93, I think. So. It's just crazy. The longevity, that's what we're after, isn't it? And that's what you're after too, huh?
Oh, I remember Willie Nelson's Red-Haired Stranger album.
Yep.
My dad had that, so there you go. Wow.
Yep. George Jones singing about it, and they play that song here in Branson too. George Jones saying, "Who's going to fill their shoes?" There'll never be another red-headed stranger, and all of those folks, and Elvis too. He sang about him and his blue suede shoes, and we definitely miss him. Let's talk about your.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, let's talk about your 3 songs tonight. "I'll Be With You" is the title of the first one.
Yes.
Tell us about this one.
That is a Conway Twitty inspired song.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote it kind of Delta blues, classic country style. And when I wrote it, I could just see Conway singing it.
Right.
Or no, I'm thinking of "Let Me Love You Tonight." You're talking about "I'll Be With You."
Okay, yeah, "I'll Be With You." Mm-hmm.
Oh, my apologies. I'm on the wrong song.
That's all right.
Yeah, "I'll Be With You" is a song I wrote for my wife, actually, and that's a song about eternal love.
Uh-huh.
That's a song about he loves her so much that he knows even if he goes first, or vice versa, that they'll be waiting for each other on the other side because they have, this profound relationship and unconditional love.
Wow.
And that's what that's about, because there's a line in the song about him swimming across the river to the other side where she's waiting for him, right?
Man, I played a similar song from Kyle Antone. He just recently sent me a song called "I'll Be With You Soon," or "I'll Be There Soon." And it's about a married couple, and they were married for 64 years, and they passed away 3 days apart. And
wow.
So yeah, he tells that whole story in the song and everything, just crazy. So that's similar to yours. It's fantastic. We'll play that, and then we'll come back and finish talking about "Let Me Love You Tonight." Again, another song that Conway Twitty could have sang. That's good stuff. We've got Robert Larrabee with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
It's okay, I know we're gonna cry. These days are gonna pass us by, but this love will bring us through. I know somewhere I'll be with you. We walk in the moonlight. In my arms I hold you tight. Stars across a river of blue. I know somewhere I'll be with you. I remember sunny days. Our light would never fade. On every stone we laid. Oh, I miss those yesterdays. Laughed so hard we cried, hand in hand, side by side. So much joy, so much pride in a husband and his bride. It's okay, I know we're gonna cry. These days are gonna pass us by, but this love will bring us through. I know somewhere I'll be with you. We walk in the moonlight. In my arms I hold you tight. Stars across a ribbon of blue. I know somewhere I'll be with you. Standing on a distant shore, I may struggle through a storm. Our love will guide me through. I know somehow I'll be with you. I'll swim to the other side, to your arms open wide, and we will prove that true love never dies. It's okay, I know we're gonna cry. These days are gonna pass us by, but this love will bring us through. I know somewhere I'll be with you. We kiss in the moonlight. In my arms I hold you tight. Stars across a rhythm of blue. I know somewhere I'll be with you. Wherever we go from here, I'll be with you.
His name is Robert Larrabee. That is called "I'll Be With You," and that's a great song you wrote about your wife. How long you guys been married?
We've been together for a few decades now.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
22 years.
22. Yeah. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.
In the world of country music, that's a powerhouse couple, right?
Yeah, well, she's strong as John Wayne. That's why that worked out.
Oh, okay. Hey, she liked John Wayne. Boy, I do too. I love the westerns that he made, and so much so I've got the Western Channel on my website. You can go watch some of them old John Wayne, Clint Eastwood movies, Jimmy Stewart, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's the best stuff.
Yeah, you betcha. And that was a genre within country music too. Was the country western style music. Back in the day, and the good old days of getting in bar fights and all that kind of good stuff. Yep, absolutely.
Thank goodness for balsa wood chairs.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right. And I worked for a guy here in Branson for a time that did a Marty Robbins tribute, and that song El Paso. It's a long song, and lyric-wise, it's really powerful, but told such a great story. I still love listening to El Paso by Marty Robbins.
That's funny you bring him up, because I did him in my country portion of my show, and to this day, Marty is just loved.
Yes.
El Paso is just a loved piece of music.
It sure was.
Wherever I've been.
Leroy knew he may be listening to this program. He comes into my show every once in a while, and he's great. He won Guitar Player of the Year here in Branson in 2010. He can play dueling banjos with just the guitar. He can make it sound like a banjo. It's just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's so
good. That's a talent.
Yep. And then he would actually wear the white sport coat when he's playing Marty Robbins' song White Sport Coat. He would go get that and put it on and everything.
With the pink carnation.
Yeah, pink carnation was in the jacket as well. You're absolutely right. Love Me, Let Me Love You Tonight. Let's finish talking about this great song and we'll play it too.
Sure, certainly. Well, Let Me Love You Tonight was, it was funny. I was writing this song and I just heard in my head Conway doing it. Honey, I could just hear him drawling it out. Honey, I know how hard you try to make everything just right. Yeah. Sometimes I've even seen you cry, but you've never given up the fight. And I just couldn't help myself. Then
that's good.
I was just writing for Conway at that point,
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I thought, wouldn't it have been cool if he was alive and I could have went and give him a demo and said, here's a song,
Wow, yeah, right.
Or just to let him know he inspired it would have been so cool. So that's kind of how that came together. I was just channeling him when I could just hear him in my head singing this song.
Yep.
And of course Conway had a lot of songs that in his day and age were kind of controversial because his subject matter was it was about a woman and a man.
Yep. Yep. Let me lay you down, baby.
Yeah. You need a lover with a slow hand.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So it kind of gave me a little bit of license to just write one like this, and I performed it live in my show when I do my Conway songs, and then I throw it in. I'll say this is one I wrote for him in his style, and people really like it.
Yep, that's good stuff. And Where the Cowboys Ride will kick off the top of the next hour. Tell us about this one.
Well, Where the Cowboys Ride was kind of a song about the cowboy code, and I'm a big Duke fan, and that's because I met John Wayne when I was a little boy on Vancouver Island in a place called Port Alberni, and John Wayne used to come up in the 60s in his boat on the west coast, and he used to go on the island and dock, and people would see him walking around, going to the Sam store or Kmart or whatever we had back in those days, right? Sears up here, and the Bay, and my dad and my uncle, who were both big guys like John Wayne. My uncle Robert, hence I have his name, William Robert. My dad was Bill, and my uncle was Robert. Robert was about 6'4", 245-pound man. My dad is 6'2", about 225. And I was just this little kid, and we were coming out of one of these stores, Sand store, or what have you. And John Wayne was coming down the street. And, of course, my dad and my uncle, they're big horse guys, cowboys. Dad would, break horses, all that stuff. They were right into that lifestyle. And they were huge John Wayne fans. So the story was they got to talking with John Wayne, and John Wayne looked down at me and said, and what are you going to be when you grow up? And I said, well, I'm going to be a rancher like my dad and raise cows and horses. So he gave me $50 to buy my first cow, my first cow.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah. So I just, so Dad went back in the store, bought me a new jacket, and then him and my uncle went off and bought a whole bunch of beer, if I remember correctly.
Man.
But so I just had an affinity for John Wayne. I would walk in knee-high snow to go into town from where we lived to the Toby Theater if there was a John Wayne movie in town. I'd go watch him. And I always liked, one thing I really appreciated about him is he was very conscious of the role model he was in his movies, and he lived by the cowboy code. And I just thought he was great,
Yeah.
So
me too.
I was watching him. I think I was watching The Cowboys, which is, that's a pretty heartfelt movie.
Right.
And he gets killed in that movie. Everybody used to cry when they were in the theater watching John Wayne die in that movie.
Yeah.
And then the guy who killed him, his career went downhill for a while. He said because everybody hated him so bad,
Right.
And I just got inspired by that movie and that code, and that's where that song came from. That take me back to those John Wayne days.
Right.
Stand up for truth with a 6 guns blaze. When real men never stole or lied, take me back to where the Cowboys ride.
Oh,
And
I love it.
I could just see him. Riding,
I've got this movie Chisholm that he was in playing on my website, and he actually has a niece that plays in that movie, and he loans her $50 to buy a horse, and you tell that story tonight about him giving you $50 for real. I thought that's awesome.
Yeah, he was an amazing guy that way, he's what we used to call a stand-up guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he stood pretty tall, man. I still see posters of John Wayne that are taller than me if I stand beside it. So, yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was a big fella.
Well, Robert, you're awesome. Thank you for doing the program tonight. Where can folks find Robert Larrabee on social media if they want to check out more?
Well, I'm on Facebook. If you search for me there, if you even just Google my name, my website will come up right away. My YouTube channel will come up. My YouTube channel now has all these playlists on it, so you can watch, my Evening with the Legend show, and then there's another playlist of just my original songs. I think I have over 30 videos in there now for all the songs. So I'm pretty easy to find. Larrabee is a little weird. It's Larrabee. Robert Larrabee. Larrabee. 2 R's, 2 E's. Larrabee.
There you go. Well, you're fantastic. I am going to go check out your YouTube channel and see some of those Evenings with the Legend shows. I just saw it in the bio tonight, and I definitely want to go check those out now and see how you do those legends, man. That's going to be awesome. Thank you for doing this program. You're going to be a legend, man. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me, and a big shout-out to all the listeners.
You betcha. Let Me Love You Tonight and Where the Cowboys Ride coming up with Robert Larrabee on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Honey, I see how hard you try to make everything just right. Sometimes I've even seen you cry, but you never give up the fight. I really try to understand. I want to help make things right. What you need is a gentle hand. Just let me love you tonight. Baby, you know we can be feeling fine. Rub your back and pour some wine. Light some candles and dim the lights, and make sweet love to you tonight. Trust me, honey, world's gonna tell us what's wrong. So we better know what's right. Honey, we just gotta hold on. Can't let this love get far from sight. Baby, you know we could be feeling fine. Rub your back and pour some wine. Light some candles and dim the lights, and make sweet love to you tonight. Trust me, honey, it'll be alright. Just let me love you tonight. Yeah, baby, let's get it right. Light some candles and dim the lights. Honey, it's gonna be alright. Just let me love you. Just let me love you tonight. I promise it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm gonna love you every day and every night.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On KICR Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
I remember not all that long ago hearing about the cowboy code. Work hard and lend a helping hand. Be loyal and respect the land. Never see a child or a woman thirst. Never be the one who shoots first. Stand up for truth and never hide. Do what's right. Show your cowboy pride. Take me back to those John Wayne days. Stand up for truth with the 6 guns blaze. When real men never stole or lied. Take me back to where the cowboys ride. Don't lay your hands upon another. Treat folks like a sister or brother. A big mouth don't make a big man. These are the rules you should understand. It's time to look at not that long ago. Show our politicians the cowboy code. Make them tell the truth and never lie. Hold them to account, show our cowboy pride. Take me back to those John Wayne days. Stand up for truth with the 6 guns blaze. When real men never stole or lied. Take me back to where the cowboys ride. Must be someplace they're still riding free. Breaking trail as far as the eye can see. Take me back to those John Wayne days. Stand up for truth where the 6 guns blaze. Where real men never stole or lied. Take me back where the cowboys ride. If I follow the code until I die, then I'll be Cowboys Ride.
His name is Robert Larrabee, and he is fantastic, man, and he does a great Conway Twitty, doesn't he? And great music on the radio tonight, and thank you, Robert, for a great radio interview. Robert Larrabee's interview after this live show is over will end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. You can find that tab at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR and there's a lot of good interviews in there, man. When it goes down to the bottom and says load more, load more, load more, just pick somebody you may or may not know of and check out those interviews. They are fantastic, and I thank for the artists for doing them as well and being part of this program and making it so successful. It's all on them, ladies and gentlemen. They are the real deal. Absolutely.